Hey, this is probably a really random video, but I really want to talk about something that I enjoy, and that's horror movies. Particularly, like slashers, Jason, Michael, Leatherface, Freddy, Scream, or Ghostface. So there was this fan film, and let me just say, I don't do fan films hardly at all. I just don't. It's not my cup of tea. Most fan films I find very low budget. I mean, obviously it's just what they are because they're fan films, but they don't seem to hold up to par as standards as to what I enjoy. Fan films. Some fan films I will give a sneak peek to, like one I really love is Never Hike Alone. That's a damn good fan film. Very good. Go check that one out. Seriously. That's one with Jason Voorhees, obviously. With one dude, he's like separate alone and he's by himself, and obviously Never Hike Alone. It's very good. There's some surprises in there too. You guys need to check that out. So anyways, I'm here to talk about a fan film called Dylan's New Nightmare by The Horror Show. And it stars Dave McRae as Freddy, and the original actor who played Dylan from the original New Nightmare in 1994. I gotta say really quickly, now I'm very critique about fan films, especially when it comes to my favorite horror slashers, I guess you would say, or horror icons. Now, right off the bat, Dave McRae is one of the best, yeah, one of the best voices or voice actors, I guess you could say, or impersonators out there to do this. Like, no one better. Dave McRae is the man. I've been watching him since 2017, and he's damn good. Very good at what he does. And my daughter's right here next to me. Very good. I love Dave McRae. Oh, I love Dave McRae. I've watched all his stuff on Halloween 2018 all the way up to now, to the build up to this fan film. I love Dave McRae. So with that said, I'm not going to smooch up to anyone, or because I love Freddy so much. I'm going to be very honest about this. So now that it's finally out, and I've waited a good couple of years for this fan film to be released, it came out on August 31st. I didn't get to watch it on the 31st, so I had to wait like a day or so to watch it. And when I finally did, here's my opinion on Dylan's New Nightmare. Honestly, I think this is probably one of the best fan films I've ever seen. Up next to Never Hike Alone. I love Never Hike Alone, and I love the sequel. I think it's like Never Hike in the Snow Alone, or something like that. But it's definitely one of the best, without a doubt. Without a doubt. There's some meh moments in there that I thought that could have been better with Dylan, with Freddy. Spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you right now, whoever has not watched it, click off this video. Click off right now. Click off right now. As I am speaking, I am stuttering. What the fuck? Sorry. But yeah, so click off the video right now if you've not seen the fan film. I can't even speak. That stutter was so bad. Where the hell did that come from? Okay, so back to topic at hand. So to start off, Dylan is having a dream, or a nightmare, I guess you could say. Starts off as a dream because he's trying out for an acting gig because he wants to be an actor. And there are these three guys trying to fake it, I guess you could say. They're behind the table, and he's auditioning and he's talking to them. And I don't want to get into much detail of explaining everything, take too long. But lo and behold, obviously the dream turns into worse, and you can guess who shows up. So as who does show up, he wakes up, freaks out, sits up, and and he ends up getting a little scar right here on his face as he's talking to a particular someone about his day and how he's been doing and updates about him. And she asks how he got that scar. How'd you get those scars? Sorry. So, and he explains, but obviously she doesn't buy it. So as time goes on, goes further, Dylan goes home, and he takes the advice that he was given to call his mom. I think she was a therapist, that told him to call his mom, who's now in a psych ward, I do believe, or a psychiatric hospital. Um, he ends up calling her, and some weird things start happening. Freddy, he hears, answer, and I truly believe that he's trying to brush off the fact that Freddy's not real. He does not exist. That's the vibe I'm getting from this film, because the reactions that he has of Freddy Krueger popping up in this movie, it's almost blank. It's like he's trying to think that he's not real. They killed that entity, that Freddy, that version of Freddy, I guess you could say. But when we do get a first look at Freddy Krueger, an actual first look of Freddy Krueger, Dave McRae's version of Freddy. Now, let me tell you this right now. Oh my God. Dave McRae looks phenomenal as Freddy. The makeup, the fedora, the coat, the striped sweater, the pants, the boots, everything. Dave McRae is Freddy. Freddy. Like, he is probably one of the best, if not the best, actor to play Freddy. But with me saying that, there are critiques I have about his version of Freddy. No offense to Horror Show, I don't really watch their stuff. This is really my first time really diving deep into their channel and really investing what they're doing with this movie. So I feel like there were some segments of him being Freddy forced. And what I mean by that, his laugh, like him being loud. There were some parts where he was just, he was maniacal, silent as Freddy Krueger. That's how Freddy is. That's how my Freddy is, especially from the first film, the very first movie, 1984, the first Nightmare film, not New Nightmare from 94. But him as Freddy was down to a T perfect. It was. But the sense of direction of this movie, I felt like it could have been longer. It should have been longer, but I get it. Budget, $60,000 is a hell of a budget. You do what you can. You do what you must. And I respect it. I really do. But this needed to be longer. Hopefully we get more, because I was wanting more after the end of the damn movie. I wanted more so badly. Especially, I felt like there was a cliffhanger at the end of the film when there was no confrontation from Freddy or Dylan. None. No, there was no confrontation. There was nothing like that. I don't think they even, I know you can count the dream that he had when he encountered Freddy for the first time, but that wasn't even real, in my opinion. It wasn't legitimately real. It wasn't Freddy, the one that came out of the bed. He took the dream catcher, "You can't catch me," and then slices it and, laughs like he does. That, I get it. But, I would have loved a confrontation between him and Dylan. It's been 25 years, almost 3 decades, that these two have not seen each other. And it would have been cool. But we didn't get that. We did not get that. Instead, he killed the therapist. Spoiler alert, he chops her arm off. That whole part I had a problem with. A whole problem with. She's missing her arm and everything. Missing her arm right here. And, well, not up to, I'm just saying, like, it's like gone. Like it's cut off from like right here, basically. To the elbow. I think to the elbow. I don't know. But he cuts it off. And she, like, I have an issue with certain things. When you're losing body parts, you're screaming your head off. Like, you're gushing blood. You're dying. You're bleeding out. She's just like, "Damn you." I can't take that. I'm sorry. That whole part felt cheesy as hell. Dave McRae did what he could, and he did a great job in that part. But the actress, for her, didn't do it for me. I would have been selling that arm. I would have been screaming and everything, yelling, shouting, because I'm bleeding out. I just lost my arm. I'm about to die and bleed out. And, it would have made more sense. But, McRae sold it with the hand coming down right into the gut or chest, wherever he stabbed her, but like right in the chest, and killed her. It was beautiful. Beautiful. A beautiful thing. And I applaud Dave McRae for killing it as Freddy, pun intended. But overall, I think Horror Show, I don't usually say this, did a great job. The ending, I was mad about, because it ended like almost 10 minutes early. I'm like, what the fuck? I was so upset. Maybe there was something after the credits, but I turned it off after that. Maybe I can go back and this was like an after credit thing. Maybe I don't know. But I was really hoping for a confrontation, and there wasn't. There's not much I can go on about this film, but I hope we get more. I hope we do get more. Honestly, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. It still felt, for me, the whole premise of it felt rushed, obviously, because it was 34 minutes. Because they were getting Freddy out. Okay, we got like 15 more minutes left. We got to hurry and get Freddy out here now and kill someone. You know, I get it. It could have been an hour long. That fan film could have been 50 minutes, 55 minutes at least. It could have been. Make another one. Make one more. Make one more. Because New Nightmare is, I mean, without a doubt, my third top favorite Freddy film. 1 is Dream Warriors. 2 is the first one. 3 is New Nightmare. In that order. Like, 1 will always be Dream Warriors. I love Dream Warriors. It wasn't my first Freddy film. My first Freddy film was the first one in 84. But I was born in 91. But I was like 9 when I first saw the movie. But, anyways, man, it's a bummer because I really liked the movie. Or the fan film, the fan movie, whatever. I really enjoyed it. A whole bunch. I just wanted more from it, I guess, you know. But Dave McRae is a phenomenal voice actor himself, whatever you want to call it. Horror show, I was blown out the water with the production. I was like, whoa! Like, they really delivered. It was crazy. Because their channel is so small, you know. And then they have like 50,000 subs. And it's crazy how much dedication. It shows how much fans love their stuff and how much they know their stuff more than Hollywood knows their shit. Honestly, like they don't. I've given up on Hollywood films. I don't go to the theater anymore and watch a horror movie. I just don't. I wait till it comes on streaming to watch it on my own TV. I just don't watch horror films in the theater anymore, hardly. I mean, except for my 6-year-old son. If he really wants to see one, I will go take him. But other than that, for my own well-being, for me personally, I just don't. There's no point for it. Horror films aren't what they used to be back, you know, like 20 years ago. They aren't. And I'm 32 now. Okay? Back when I was like 12, 10, or 9, you know, I know I skipped a few years back, but still, my first movie was when I was 10 years old. But they weren't what they are now. Because my first horror film was I've ever seen was Halloween H2O. Man, that movie was awesome in the theater, let me tell you. But anyways, great job. Dave McRae, horror show, great job. 8 out of 10. Man, I was like a little under Never Hike Alone. Got a 9. Got a 9. But hey, you guys did great. I have a nitpick on Freddy. It's just how it is. You know, I have a certain way of how I want Freddy. I just think his laugh was just way too forced. Now, Dave, I doubt he's going to see this. But Dave, I'm going to tell you now, if you get real production value and you find someone that's willing to put the time in on you to play Freddy Krueger, that's not someone else. Because I don't want a big name to play Freddy. We don't want that. We don't want that. I will consider Kevin Bacon, Bill Moseley, or someone else, especially Bill Moseley. Bill Moseley would kill it as Freddy. Jesus, could you imagine that? Otis as Freddy? What? Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. But no, Dave, if you find someone that loves Freddy Krueger as much as Horror Show does, and how much they put into this, you got my vote. You got my vote. You got it. If there's some type of remake or a sequel to like the first movie they want to do, like they want to do with 2018 Halloween, take it. I would watch it in a heartbeat. I would watch it. Your version of Freddy is just magnifica. Amazing. I loved it. So if you guys want to watch Denless New Nightmare, go look it up. I recommend it. If you are a Freddy fanatic like me or like anyone else, go watch it. It's a great film. I highly recommend it. Go see it. Ignore my critiques about it because I'm sure you guys will enjoy it if you are a real Freddy fan. So with that said, Hope all you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I do have plans to record again on Resident Evil 2 Remake. I've just been struggling with some stuff. You know, things are going on. I got a tooth extraction coming up in this month on the 13th of September. And I have some daddy stuff I'm doing too. Obviously, my daughter, you can hear in the background. My son's going to be getting off school here in the next 30 minutes. So, but anyways, guys, I love y'all. Take care. I know I'm a very small channel, but I love talking about this stuff. I love it. So, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next time. This is the outro to this video. Until next time, I'll see you, yo. Bye, guys. Peace. I'm out.